Well, YouTube, this is 3zinferno, so I'm here to talk to you guys today about rulings. Now, a lot of people ask me some rulings at regionals, and I want to clarify all these rulings. And I know it's a little late, I'm sorry, but I was doing other videos and I've just been pretty busy looking for jobs and things like that. So anyway, here goes. First, we have some rulings about inzektors. Now, if you didn't know, inzektors don't target. So if you have a hornet in your graveyard and your opponent DD crows it, then you can still activate inzektor's effect to attach from your hand. Now, however, inzektors are really a little complicated because they can equip from the hand. What I mean by this is, if you, let's say you have a hornet, or okay, let's say your opponent has a hornet in their graveyard, and your opponent has like just summoned dragonfly, and they activate effect. Now, if you DD crow their hornet, and they say, I don't have any legal targets in my hand, your opponent has to reveal his or her hand. Why is that? Because dragonfly and centipede in the hand are legal targets for equipment. So if your opponent says equip, it is a mandatory effect. So if you remove their hornet, they'll have to equip a dragonfly or centipede from their hand. And the reason that's important is, first, they just lost a card, and that makes the dragonfly have no benefit. So if they have another dragonfly in their hand, and they have a dragonfly that activates its effect, they have to equip the other dragonfly. This changes its level to 6, and it doesn't give any positive effect like Hornet does. So the Inzektor player doesn't want to, but they have to verify that they have no targets in their hand, because if they say they have no legal targets and their opponent finds out later that they did have a legal target, let's say the player has a dragonfly and a centipede in hand, and they say, I have no legal targets, and your opponent doesn't do anything. You're like, sure, whatever. And then they pass turn, and then your opponent draws Trap Dust Shoot, and you have 3 cards in hand, and your opponent draws Trap Dust Shoot. So you set Trap Dust Shoot, and then they draw a card, and then Trap Dust Shoot. What happens? They see a dragonfly and a centipede in your hand, and they'll be like, wait a second. There's no way you just drew one, because there's another one in your hand. So you had a legal target last turn no matter what. So that's a DQ, because you had a legal target and a mandatory activation, and you said, I don't have a target. So that's grounds for disqualification right there. Or I'm not sure what exactly the penalty would be. It could be a game loss, match loss, or something like that. But you have to verify. And so you're allowed to verify their hand. And if the Inzektor player does not want you to verify, I think you can just call a judge over. But I'm pretty sure it's just like Mind Crush. You can verify their hand. So that's the stuff about Inzektors that I wanted to talk about. Verification of their hand when they say, I have no legal targets. Now, we're moving on to windups. If you didn't know, windup shark's effect so windup shark is normal, can be special summoned when another windup is normal or special summoned. Now, windup shark's effect to reveal and special summon triggers factory and magician without changing its level. So what I mean by that is, if I have if I normal summon magician and reveal and special shark, magician's effect will activate, and I can special another magician, and then I'll activate shark's effect to reduce or increase level, and then activate the second magician's effect to special. That's how broken shark is. That's why it is like windup's so broken. The TCG exclusive makes it like ridiculously broken, and so shark. So that's how I was doing so well at Mexico. Revealing and special summoning triggers magician and factory, and also magician and factory happen on separate chains after resolution of effect. So what that means is, if, let's say, don't let your opponent do this. If your opponent has Tour Guide and Windup Factory, but no shark in hand, if they try to go Tour Guide into whatever, Tsang, and then Exceed for Zen Mighty, activate Zen Mighty's effect, don't let them chain link that with Zen Mighty's chain link 1 and Factory's chain link 2. That is not how it works, because that would allow them to search shark and then resolve Zen Mighty's effect to special hunter and then loop you with just the Tour Guide and Factory. But that is not the case. That is not how it works. Zen Mighty's effect has to resolve, so you special hunter, and then Factory's effect activates to search Shark from your hand. So you have now mistiming to special summon Shark. Okay, so don't let people do that to you. But what you can do is, if you have Magician and Factory on the field at the same time, let's say you have Factory on the field, you normal summon Magician, reveal to special summon Shark. What you can do is now Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Chainlink 1 Magician and Chainlink 2 Factory. So Factory adds Shark to your hand, because Magician and Factory both work on separate Chainlinks. So Chainlink 1 is Magician, Chainlink 2 is Factory. So Chainlink 2 searches Shark, and Chainlink 1 specials with Magician. Now the last thing to happen in the Chainlinks is a windup was special summon. So now you can reveal and special summon Shark. That's why, again, why windup's really just broken. They're just the timing and things like that just work out. The only thing is, don't let them tour guide and factory you and combo you, because that will not work. It's separate chains. And another question people are asking me, you know, the 4 top decks right now, what are the best? What are your tiers? Like, what do you believe are the best? So we have windups, samurais, inzektors, and rabbits. What do I think are the best? Well, right now it's really close. I think windups and rabbits are at the top. They're just consistent. Windups have powerful, they have a loop first turn. If you don't have max C, and even a Veiler might not stop a windup loop, but max C will. So windups are really good. Rescue Rabbit's really good, because if, let's say, I draw that max C and I stop windups from looping me, I can almost next turn, I can set my hand. I can set 3 cards and make a Logi or Dolka, excuse me, or something like that, and that would be pretty good against windups. So rabbits are pretty good too, and just because they're negation, anti-meta in general, Logi and Dolka negating things, they're just a really good deck. Under that, I would have Samurai and then Inzektors. Why I like Samurai over Inzektors is Samurai is it's a possibly hit or miss deck. It is really broken. If it goes off, it goes off. You can't stop it. If it draws the nuts, it draws the nuts. I was playing it at regionals. Game 1, he went he's on Grandmaster set 4, and it was a warning Phoenix Chain or something like that, and a Judgment, I think, or something broken. I don't know. It was or Magatama. It was 4 broken cards. I know there were 2 warnings because he used both of them on me, and he showed me a Phoenix Chain, and I forgot what the last one is. And I was just okay, I can't do anything because I didn't went second. So game 2, I beat him, and then game 3, he goes 666 Sam United, Kagemusha, Asceticism. I'm okay, that's game. I can't win. You're already +3 on me first turn, and I can't do anything. So so if they draw the nuts, they draw the nuts. But they can also draw really badly. They draw double Kaigeki or double Elder, and can't do anything. It's or they draw later in the game they draw bad. Let's say they only draw 6 Sam Uniteds and no monsters. I mean, so that's why I don't like it as much as windups and windups and rabbits, because it's a little more luck based. Not as consistent. And then I have Inzektors at the bottom, because they are a not bad deck, Thunder King. If they main deck Thunder Kings and things like that, they can be a really powerful deck. But the reason I don't like them as much as the other top tier decks right now is because of their focus on Hornet. When your deck focuses on one card, and it's either I draw Hornet and I do really, really well, or I don't draw Hornet and I grind it out every game and just cross my fingers. That's not good. I don't like decks that rely on focus on one card and really can't do too much without that one card. So to me, Inzektors are at the bottom of the top 4 decks right now. Then you have Samurai, and then windups and rabbits are at the top. I can't really put a finger on it, but right now I'm leaning towards. It's really hard to say. Windups and rabbits are they're broken in their own ways, and each one, if it draws the nuts, it's game breaking. But I'd have to lean towards rabbits just because Veiler really does nothing against rabbits except hitting tour guide, and Veiler would stop a windup deck half the time at least, and it would only stop a Dino deck 10% of the time. So that's why I lean towards rabbits. And Maxi doesn't stop rabbits. Maxi does stop windups. So because rabbits will just let you draw 1, but they have a negation power to cancel out the plus anyway. So I am leaning towards rabbits as the most powerful deck right now. And as you could see at Atlanta, there was like 15 rabbit decks, and like I think like there was less windups. I know that. So you could see like people were leaning toward rabbits, and just, you know, I think rabbits are the better deck right now, even though windups are really broken. So it really just all depends how you guys like to play, personal preference, things like that. But if you don't want to play rabbit mirror matches, you know, you might want to do something else. So that's what I have, and hope you guys do well at Long Beach. Those are the rulings and my ideas for what I think are the top decks right now. Alright, thanks guys, 3zinferno signing out.